Yo, it's your bro True Drew tapping in with you. Look, a lot of y'all might not know this, but I'm heavily involved in genetics. Like, I love to study our genetics. I love to study our maternal and paternal bloodlines, especially as the men of Israel. Our women carry two maternal bloodlines, but only pass on one. And those bloodlines come in the form of the X chromosomes that a woman or a young girl will receive from her mother and her father, okay? Her mother is the one who gives her and passes on the X chromosome, which she will then pass on to her children, okay? Now, a mother passes her X chromosome on to her sons and to her daughters, but it's only the daughters that pass that X chromosome on to the next generation, okay? For it to be continued and passed on, all right? Now, the same thing happens with the Y chromosome in males. Males don't have two X chromosomes. We only have the one we inherit from our mom, and then we have our Y chromosome, which we inherit from our fathers, and it goes unbroken. Our fathers, our grandfathers, our great-grandfathers, our great-great-grandfathers, every man in that paternal line has the same Y chromosome, okay? So this is how we were able to find the actual chromosome, the Y chromosome haplogroup of Jacob, of Israel. Okay, now how is this so? People would be like, well, did you find the body? Where did you find his bones? Did you dig up his body to do the DNA test? You don't have to. The key sign and signifier of the so-called African-American man and woman is all of the curses of Deuteronomy 28 that has been placed over us. So if you can identify yourself as being one of those who carry the curses, or the curses was placed on, well, then you can just backtrack and then see, okay, where did my ancestry come from for them curses to be placed on me, okay? Most of us was taken from the west coast of Africa after we migrated into the west coast of Africa after the siege of Jerusalem in 70 AD, okay? After 70 AD, most of the people from the southern kingdom went further deep into Central and West Africa. And that's where we were called strange people by the indigenous populations of those regions, and then targeted as being Emoyokain, strange people, okay? Strange people. And from there, we were targeted for slavery, enslavement, and then carried through the four corners of the world, particularly to the Western Hemisphere, through the transatlantic slave trade. Now, what does that have to do with us today? Well, out of those so-called African-American males who have tested in a genetic test, an ancestry test, over 69 to 70% of us carry the E1B1A marker, haplogroup marker, or one of the variants of E1B1A. Now, the genetic companies have gotten slick because we're waking up to this, so they tried to change the haplogroup name from E1B1A to EM2, and then from E-M2, they changed it to EP52. Yeah, EP252, excuse me, okay? And so now if you take a DNA test, depending on what company you test through as a male, you might not see E1B1A. Instead, you'll see either E-M2 or E-P252, but it's the same haplogroup. Now, why is this important? Most of us here have that haplogroup. This is why we know we are the children of Israel. But a revelation hit me the other day. Your mother, most of our mothers, our ancestral mothers, our ancestresses who was here, a lot of them were sexually abused, mistreated, raped. But because these things happened, that did not take away their maternal bloodline. So the maternal bloodline has been intact. All of our mothers, Hebrew Israelite women, are under the L haplogroup. That's L0 through L6. If you are a Hebrew Israelite maternally, you fall under the L haplogroup, okay? What does that have to do with anything? Well, when I looked at the haplogroups the other day, a revelation came upon me. Haplogroups A, B, and E are all synonymous with the African people. Did you just hear A, B, and E? What does that spell, though? Abe, as in Abraham. The E and the L haplogroups for men, I have the E and the L haplogroup. My father, my paternal line passed on the E haplogroup to me. I'm E1B1A7A. EM2 or EP525. But my maternal haplogroup is the L2 haplogroup. Okay? So check this out. It was revealed to me that if you're a true Hebrew Israelite by blood descendancy, your paternal haplogroup will be an E haplogroup, E1B1A to be specific. And your maternal haplogroup will be one of the L haplogroups, or one of the L variants, the L haplotype within the L haplogroup. Okay? What does that spell? E-L spells L, as in Israel. A-B-E spells Abe, as in Abraham. The secret and the mystery is in the blood the whole time, y'all. So I want y'all to do your due diligence on what I'm saying. Check it out for yourself. But this was an exciting revelation to me, and I just had to share it with y'all. I hope you found some value in it, because for me, it's true. And if you're a true Hebrew Israelite by the blood, it should be true for you as well. It's your brother True Jew tapping in with you the only way I know how, raw, real, and uncut. Until next time, Most High Mama, Papa willing, gone.